welcome to a new tutorial. Winter is coming and we wanted to say hello with a nice little poster. So here it is, pretty simple stuff. You can see that everything is flat vector. So I'm going to show you how to create this pretty cool poster. You can see that here I have the file and I have the color palette that we're going to use, and I'm going to share with you this color palette, of course. And just open an Illustrator file with, it can be letter size, and let's first begin to create all these trees. You can see that we have three different types of tree, and we have this snowflake, and we have also the snowman. So, and of course we have the mountains. So I'm going to start by creating the trees. So let's jump to Illustrator and let's go outside of the canvas, and let's take the line tool. Let's create a line. Don't worry about the size because we can fix that size later. Take one line, create a stroke, make sure that the stroke is around 6 points. Make it a round cap so that we have round caps here. You can make it a little higher. Alright, now just take your pen tool, or even easier, you can take the rectangle tool, create a simple rectangle, turn it around a little bit and place it here like this. Maybe this should be smaller, kind of like this. And now just remove this point so you will have this shape, and you can see that it's already on round cap, so no need to fix that. Now create a duplicate of this and a new duplicate with Ctrl and D, so you will have this shape. Now just take your ellipse tool, create an ellipse like this, and finally take your pen tool and create some shapes like this. And one over here. Like this. Alright, now let's bring some color to this. Just take this tone, and you can grab actually any color because they will change the colors depending on the part of the poster that they are. So don't worry about the color right now, just put any color that you want. Let's place this behind, and this should be lighter. And actually take everything and go to Object, go to Path, and click on Outline Stroke so that everything is shapes. You can take the branches, go to Pathfinder, click on Unite because we don't need them to be separate, and let's choose a color, could be this one. Alright, so we have the first three. Let's create another one. Let's repeat the same process. Create a line. This one should be larger. Make sure it's on round cap. Create a rectangle. Like this. Remove the top point. And now create several copies of this. until you have something like this. Now just take the polygon tool, create a triangle, and let's make a shape like this. We can remove this one. Alright. Now let's bring some color to this. Like this. Alright. Now let's take this same triangle and create something like this. We have 1, 2, and 3. Take all of these and click on Unite. Now create a rectangle and let's trim this in the middle so you have different shapes. So we have this color and we have a different tone on the other side, just like this. Now just create a line, send it to the back, make sure it's outlined, and we can set any color. Alright, now we're just missing one final tree. Create a line again, like this, 6 points, round cap, a rectangle, now make sure that the middle of the rectangle is the same height as this line right here, so that we have like this chicken foot shape. You can take this and create an outline stroke, unite them, and now let's take the ellipse tool and let's create a circle. We can color this circle any color. Place it here on the bottom of the tree, and now create a duplicate with Ctrl and C and if, and place it to the back, and let's change the color to a lighter one, so we will have this shape. Now make sure to group them all, and we now have the trees. Now it's time to create the snowflake, and it's very simple too. Just create again a line, 6 points, round cap, and let's create a rectangle, place it in the middle, bring this rectangle to this point and make it smaller, like this, and create a duplicate here and make it larger, like this. Make this smaller and we have this shape. Now let's create a circle. Create a duplicate like this. Probably this should be smaller. Alright, now take this and create a duplicate here on the bottom. Group these two and create a duplicate with Ctrl and C and then Ctrl and F, and then turn this horizontally, but then give it a little angle like this. Create one more duplicate and create something over here. Now let's make this bigger. Alright, and everything could have some more stroke. Could have like 10 stroke, maybe a little less. Let's try 8. Alright, 8 is good. Now take everything, go to path, outline stroke, and let's change the color to any color of the color palette. Now it's time to create the snowman, and the snowman is actually quite simple. Just create a circle, take any color you want, maybe a lighter one like this, make one bigger, let's create the nose, which can be this color. Now let's create the scarf. Just take the pen tool and create a shape like this. Make sure it's on stroke, create a round cap and make it very big, like 26 points. Create a shape just like this, and the lower part of the scarf on this point. Now to create the arms, take the same pen tool and create an arm just like this. Just take a different tone, could be this one, let's take it to maybe 20 or more over here, and now take the width tool and make this smaller and this one bigger, just like that. Create a duplicate and reflect. Now make sure that the scarf is on top of them. Now create a duplicate of this shape make this into plane. Should be around 25 too. And take a rounded rectangle tool, create a shape like this, and finally one copy of this shape here with another color, just like this. Now you have a snowman. Make sure everything is outlined. And now it's time to create the poster. So let's go to our canvas and create a rectangle with this tone, the darker tone. And now just create a random shape, something like this. And change the color. You can fix anything that you want. And now take this, make sure it's on the middle, now I changed the shape a little bit. Now take this and take the purple shape and let's trim this. And now this one, this shape, we can go to layers and create a different layer and send this to this new layer. We can call this cover, because this is always going to be on top of everything. And now we can create a new layer, place it here, and call this background, and create a new rectangle in this new layer, set the lighter tone and send it to the back. Now that you have this, you can go to layer 1 and create the mountains, which are very simple. Just take your pen tool and create a shape like this. Doesn't matter how you finish this later. And place it like this. And we're going to create some duplicates. For example, this one should be on this color, the lighter one in here, this one. Then you can create a duplicate and place it on reflect and make it lighter. Set it to the back. And then just create some random duplicates of these mountains using the different palettes color until you have a nice set of mountains. Play around with the different tones. just like this, to create shapes just like this one. Alright, so we have now the mountains, and now all we need to do is to play around with the trees, place them in all those mountains. And I'm going to show you how I did with a pair of these mountains with these trees, and then I'm going to move forward because it's just placing stuff around, so I don't need to spend so much time in that. So for example, I just placed one right here, and we can place one of these, and one of these here, and another copy on this point, maybe bigger. And now just try to make them all go behind the mountains so that we don't see the beginning, and just play around with the colors. For example, in this case, this could be this color instead, and this could be this tone, and just place them all inside these mountains. I'm going to skip ahead on this part. I'm going to move forward so that it doesn't take too much time, and I'm going to place all the trees on the poster. Alright, now I place all the trees and the snowman and the snowflakes and everything else in this poster, and you can see that we have a very nice landscape. You can see that they are all changing the colors depending on the place that they are. And the idea is this, to play around with the color palette to make a nice composition with the trees. It doesn't matter, it's very random, the placement of the trees. You don't have to place them exactly as I placed them, but you can see that they look pretty cool. So now, to finish this poster, I'm going to create the title with the Hello Winter title, and this is very simple. Just take this same shape, this shape that we created on the cover, copy this and paste it here on a new layer like this, and make it smaller around this is good, and choose a color. Can be this color right here. Now make sure that the snowman doesn't get covered because it's a very nice touch, so we don't want to be missing the snowman. So like this is here. Alright, now we have this. Now create a duplicate of this shape and make it only stroke. Now just click on the direct selection tool and just delete some points so that you have a shape like this. Now create another duplicate and change the tone to a lighter one, and again remove some points. Like this. Alright, now let's write hello and I have this pretty nice font that I'm going to share with you. We have the hello, and let's write now winter with a different font. Alright, now make everything into outlined, and let's make all of these bigger. You can create something like this. Now for the color of the hello, we're going to take the lightest tone and just create a duplicate so that we can create some sort of shadow like that, or even darker. You could take this color like this, and for winter I'm going to take this dark tone and make this, let's try some tones, I think a lighter one, like this. Now just to finish this, I'm going to take this shape again and create one final duplicate on this point, and I'm going to make it like this, turn it to stroke and remove some points, just some of them, not all of them. Like this. And that's it. Now you have a pretty nice Hello Winter poster that you can print, you can frame, and you can place it on your home or on your office or anywhere you want. And you can see that it was pretty simple to create. Everything was flat vector. We just use lines and shapes, and it's very easy when you know what to do. So thank you for joining me on this tutorial, and see you on another one.